Today the topic of the day is going to be literacy, and I'm going to share with you guys on how I actually learned how to read. Well, for starters, my story is a little bit different. Most people, when they were young, their mom, their dad, they sat down and read stories with them and everything. And my mom, she did that a little bit, but I don't think it was to the level of a lot of other kids. One of the biggest things for me on learning how to read, two of the biggest tools for me were these. You might be wondering, how can those really teach you how to read? Well, when I was younger, and really young, my mother was always working. She's a home health nurse. She never really had time. When she got home, she was tired and still had more work to do. My grandmother, she was more so there just to make sure me and my sister didn't really get hurt or anything. Well, my sister, she was more of an outside person. She played, God knows, whatever outside. Me, I was more of an indoor person. I played video games, watched a lot of TV and everything. And well, that's where real video games really come into the play of how they teach me how to read. Well, I played a lot of video games, and one of the biggest video games, I know a lot of you probably know this, is this. That. And if you know that video game, you know there's a lot of reading to it, and there's not really any spoken word to it. Well, every time I would see a word that I didn't really know, I'd already learned enough. I knew the alphabet. I knew how to put letters together, and every time I saw a word I didn't know, I just look it up in the dictionary, find the meaning. And before I started doing this, I had a lot of problems. I had just a stack of video games that I just hadn't beaten because I couldn't understand all the written parts of them. Well, eventually I started doing that with the dictionary, and after a while I started beating all the games. And then as I got older, I started getting to play different games and different genres of games, and they got me into reading more because I saw, hey, this book is about Greek mythology, and I played God of War, and I found Greek mythology interesting. So I was like, maybe this book is good. So I started reading that book, and also I played Call of Duty, but I found the stories behind the games interesting. So I want to learn more about history and all that kind of stuff. And I began to read more and more and more. The more I read, the more I wanted to read about different things. And, well guys, that's basically my story. If you have any stories, also I'd like for you to reply to this video, comment below, or subscribe. Thank you guys.